From kombucha and kimchi to kefir and sauerkraut, fermented foods are enjoying a surge in popularity, often hailed as the ultimate fix for everything from gut health to mental clarity. Some say they eliminate the need for probiotics, others claim they cure chronic inflammation, and there are even whispers that they're a dietary must for everyone. But how much of this is fact, and how much is marketing? Let's dive into today's video about fermented foods, myths and facts. Starting with, fermented foods are the same as probiotics. Many people assume that all fermented foods are automatically rich sources of probiotics. This belief likely stems from the shared association between fermentation and beneficial bacteria. Grocery store shelves are full of labels boasting probiotic-rich yogurt, kombucha, and pickles, reinforcing the idea that anything fermented delivers gut-boosting microbes. But the truth is, not all fermented foods contain live probiotic cultures by the time they're consumed. Commercial production methods often involve pasteurization or high-heat processing, which can kill beneficial bacteria. According to the Tufts Health and Nutrition Letter, only fermented foods containing live and active cultures at the time of consumption can be considered true probiotic sources. So while some fermented foods offer probiotic benefits, not all do. Read labels carefully and choose unpasteurized versions when possible. All fermented foods improve gut health. It's a common belief that simply adding fermented foods to your diet guarantees better digestion and gut health. This myth likely comes from early studies showing that certain fermented foods can support a healthy microbiome. However, the benefits are not universal. Research from Today's Dietitian and Harvard Health notes that individual responses to fermented foods vary based on gut microbiota composition, existing health conditions, and the type of fermented food consumed. While Stanford's study highlights how fermented food intake increased microbiome diversity and reduced inflammation, these effects were most notable in specific conditions and populations. Fermented foods can be part of a gut-healthy diet, but they're not a guaranteed fix for everyone. You should eat fermented foods every day. Some wellness trends suggest that daily consumption of fermented foods is essential for optimal health. This notion is fueled by the popularity of daily kefir shots, kombucha routines, and influencer-driven meal plans that make fermented foods seem like dietary non-negotiables. In reality, the frequency of fermented food consumption depends on personal health goals and tolerances. While regular intake may benefit some people, Harvard Health emphasizes that moderation is key. Overconsumption of fermented products, especially those high in sodium like kimchi or miso, can have drawbacks, such as increasing blood pressure. The fact is, fermented foods can support health in moderation, but they aren't necessary every single day. Fermented foods can replace all probiotic supplements. There's a growing belief that eating fermented foods eliminates the need for probiotic supplements entirely. This assumption is appealing, as it suggests a natural, food-based alternative to pills and capsules. While some fermented foods do offer probiotic benefits, they don't contain the specific strains or standardized doses often found in supplements. According to the NIH and Tufts, probiotics in food vary by batch and don't always provide clinically validated strains shown to benefit conditions like IBS or antibiotic-associated diarrhea. So while fermented foods can complement gut health, they're not always a one-to-one replacement for targeted probiotic therapy. All fermented foods are healthy. Fermented foods often enjoy a health halo, making people think that anything fermented must be good for you. But not all fermented foods are created equal. Some, like sweetened kombucha, can contain more sugar than a soda. Others, like fermented sausages or pickles, may be high in sodium or saturated fat. As Harvard and Today's Dietitian both point out, it's important to assess the nutritional profile of each food. The fact is, fermented foods can be beneficial, but only when chosen wisely and consumed in appropriate portions. Fermented foods have been around for centuries, yet modern health trends have cast them in both glowing and skeptical lights. But as we've seen, while fermented foods offer real benefits like improving microbiome diversity and reducing inflammation, not all claims are backed by science. Understanding the difference between tradition, marketing, and solid evidence can help you make smarter, healthier choices. All the references used in today's video are linked in the description if you'd like to explore the science further. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay healthy.